Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films, and today I'm starting on the Book of Boba Fett. Does this qualify, I guess, as a spin-off of The Mandalorian? I suppose so. The show about Boba Fett, and, I mean, just from what I can see here on the page on Disney+, Fennec Shand as well, which is pretty cool. So, yeah, it's a Boba Fett show. Cool. To be completely honest with everyone, and you probably already know this if you've seen any of my Mandalorian reactions, Boba Fett has never been my favorite character. In fact, for a good long time, I didn't really care for Boba Fett, because he was just there. Like, he looked cool. Don't get me wrong, he looked cool, but that was about it. He's kind of like one of the least memorable things about The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. Sorry. And then he shows up as a kid in the Clone Wars, and he's kind of insufferable for a little while. He gets a little bit better, but he kind of sucks at the beginning, and then he kind of gets better a little bit later, when he's dealing with Ventress and stuff. And then he came back in The Mandalorian, and he was like God's gift to man. He was awesome. Like, honestly, like, this is the greatest I've ever loved Boba Fett. Like, so I really enjoyed him in The Mandalorian, so I'm sure I'm going to enjoy this. But yeah, that's just my brief little history with the character of Boba Fett. Didn't really care about him. Not that I disliked him for a while, but it was just whatever. I didn't get the hype, basically. I didn't get the hype of Boba Fett. But forget about the hype of Boba Fett, because now we have the Book of Boba Fett. Which is kind of a weird title, honestly, but I don't know. Yeah. I'm not quite sure what we're going to be doing on this show. Like, we may be on Tatooine, I think. Well, it kind of says that here, but we also saw pretty much like the lead into this at the end of Mandalorian Season 2, where he basically goes, kills, Bib Fortuna, kills him, takes over Jabba's palace, and now it's Boba's palace, I guess. Yeah. So I guess that's what we'll be doing. But I don't know, like, if there's going to be a villain or anything like that, or what we're really going to be getting into in this season. So yeah. These episodes are going to go up at some time. I haven't quite figured out when, because episodes get posted on Wednesdays, I noticed. But I'm not going to be able to have them out by Saturday, so sometime between Sunday and Wednesday I'll probably be putting these up. I don't know, maybe Monday. Monday sounds like a nice day. Maybe Sunday. I don't know. We could put it up on Sunday. I don't know. Anywho. Yeah. This is the first episode of the season, and of the series, which means the full-length uncut reaction is available for free if any of you want to go try that out. It's down in the description and in the pinned comment. You can go click on that. There is no show footage, and let me reiterate, there is no show footage from the Book of Boba Fett. It's just my reaction. What you can do is sync up your copy of this episode of the Book of Boba Fett, which means go to Disney+, hit play, and basically hit play on this episode when I hit play on this episode in my video. The two will be lined up, and you can watch it pretty perfectly, honestly. I've been getting some people asking why I don't put show footage in my full-length reactions, because I legally can't. Anyway. But you can go try that. On a more positive note, you can go try that. And if you like that, you can sign up for full-length, full-time over on my Patreon page for just $5 a month. If you don't want to do that, wait a couple more seconds, and the edited reaction is going to start up right here on YouTube. So yeah. That is pretty much it. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into Season 1, Episode 1 of the Book of Boba Fett. Here we go. Yep, that's Tatooine, alright. Someday we're going to escape Tatooine in Star Wars, and let me tell you, it's gonna be a good day. Whoa. Oh, He's in a tank. That's freaking crazy. Whoa! That's straight from Attack of the Clones. I don't know why that's so surprising. Oh, the Sarlacc pit! Ugh. Yeah, I want to know how he got out. We got troopers in here, too. But he survived. Maybe it's that fucking Beskar that let him survive. Ooh, take his oxygen. Oh! Using the fires. Oh! Woof! That poor armor. Although, I assume it's the Beskar that kept him alive. Oh, right. At some point he has to lose his armor, doesn't he? Oh, did the Tuskens find him? Oof. The man's seen better days. Oh, thanks for the carrot piss. Aw, man, he had to walk on a rope. Ugh, the Book of Boba Fett. Chapter 1, Stranger in a Strange Land. Alright then. You look different from the rest. Oh, honestly. They're all very detailed. I like that. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. Ah, why are you hitting me? Oh, Rodian, right? These shows always test my Star Wars knowledge. Oh! You did it! Oh! Massive.
Rodian, do you want me to cut your bonds?
Oh no, snitch! Freeing snitches! They're gonna fight? Maybe it's a test. God, I wish the moon was out. I can barely see. Oh. Yeah, I mean, dude, you're a little worse for wears right now. Do you yield? Answer no. Oh. Oh, right in his booty. Up. Ow. Ow. God, it's always the face. Whoa. What the hell's happening? Oh. Okay, that was weird.
Wake up, boss.
Alright. God, I would not want to be in an enclosed thing. Although, that looks kind of comfortable. But still, an enclosed thing filled with water. Ah, I love this music.
Honor to be welcomed to Mos Espa by you, Dr. Rasi.
He literally just walked in and took over Tatooine.
Extend my greetings and appreciation of the mayor's tribute.
Another understandable misunderstanding.
This guy's the least Star Wars person I've ever seen.
I bear is the mayor's heartfelt welcome, which I express in his stead.
Is that it? Who is this guy?
He wants you to pay him.
What?
Oh.
I'm the crime lord. He's supposed to pay me.
Nuh.
Shall I kill him?
It's very tempting.
He works for the mayor.
Is that a no?
Nah.
That's a no.
For now, at least. Get out of here.
Fact. offers the gift
Lord
of your
Fett.
leave unmolested.
Nah.
The mayor may take it differently, but I shall indeed convey your sentiment.
We're
I
gonna
would not
tiny
be
olive branch.
surprised if you receive another delegation in the near future.
Well, thanks for the heads up, man.
You were loyal to both your bosses. Would you be loyal to me if I were to spare you?
This is a bad idea.
Interesting. Whoa. Holy crap, I don't think I've ever seen an actual city on Tatooine.
I'm not being carried around the streets like a useless noble.
It is a sign of power to the people of Mos Espa.
Alright, this is Mos
They're used to
Espa.
seeing the huts paraded around the streets.
He's a very different kind of boss,
If they
isn't he?
accepted their ways.
Honestly, wouldn't a crime lord rather, keep things on the down low?
Looks like business is good.
Look at how jacked this guy is.
Would you like your helmet serviced and cleaned while you wait for Madame Garson?
No.
Sure. Here, take both of those.
Tuh.
Things will go a lot smoother if you accept their ways. I have replaced Bib Fortuna.
Apologies, I didn't see your litter.
I wasn't carried on a litter. I walk on my own 2 feet.
Nah.
Apologies.
I'm just here to introduce myself and assure you that your business will continue to thrive under my watchful eye.
Thank you, Lord.
I mean, what all was Bib Fortuna doing, you know?
In fact, you are always welcome, as it is yours now.
Hooray. Man, you can just walk over, take some dude's empire, and...
Huh. Yours looks shinier than mine.
Nah. Oh, great, but we can't put our helmets on now.
I intend to rule with respect.
Ah. Where are your
I may.
2 buddies?
Speak freely.
In difficult times, fear is a sure bet.
Nah. Nope. Oh no, what do I do with the helmet of money? Oh god, they've got shields and stuff. Wow! Okay, not your greatest idea. He doesn't have swords or anything. But he has Beskar. God, these freaking shield ninjas, man. Oh! Almost. Oh! It was a good idea to keep these guys. Oh! You can just hold that stuff, man. Ah! His face! Oh, right on the shield, too. Freaking parkour. Oh! Well, that dealt with him.
Fennec! Alive!
Nuh. Alive. For questioning.
Get me to the back part.
Oof. He's still not fully him, is he? God, freaking parkour. Oh, you missed. Oh, you missed again, but oh no. Aha! Oh, that works, I guess. Nope. You only need one. These guys are good. I like them. Nope, and another flashback. Where are we? Oh, this is like a gang. Alright, let's go. Oh, are we going back? There's a point to this. Oh. On your knees.
What do you want me to do?
Dig.
Dig. What are we digging for? You know what? I suddenly appreciate how Mando knew Tusken. Oh, they're like coconuts?
No hard feelings, mate.
Meh. Oh, Mossif. I bet they're nice companions. You got another. Man, are you just in like a particularly bad spot? Hey, got one.
Easy, youngling.
Nah.
I need some water.
He's still Boba Fett. Fucking Mossif. I mean, you can't keep him out here with no water. Oh my gosh. Look at this guy. Look at this kid. Don't at him. He's chilling. That's a creature, isn't it? Oh, it's a creature! What is it? It's a graboid. Oh no! Oh, why'd it go for the chain? How many arms does it have? Whoa! Dude, this thing rocks! Look at it! Oh. Oh! Oh, come on, Mossif. No, Mossif! Ow! He's dead, I think. Oh! The kid's helping! Oh no, the kid! Whoop! Ow! 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 Should have brought a blaster! Whoa. Dude, I love this thing. Whatever it is. Oh, the design is so cool! Ah! Choke it! None of your arms go backwards! Oh, there's a flaw in your evolution, buddy. It's just sand creature. Good job, Boba. Oh! Bring back the head. Maybe they're gonna start treating him a little bit better. Oh, is he taking the credit? Ah. This guy knows what's up. Ugh. That's a very satisfying drink. Ah! Directed by Robert Rodriguez. And written by Jon Favreau. Awesome. Alrighty. That is episode 1 of the Book of Boba Fett. Man, a very interesting start, I must say. Very interesting. Now, the first thing I want to do is look up... One second. I'm going to look up the guy who played the other guy, the dude with the mayor. No, I don't think I've recognized this guy, but interesting. He's just one of those guys who looks very familiar. So, alrighty, episode 1, a very interesting start here. So, clearly, when I was like, yeah, I'm not really sure what we're going to be doing here, but clearly there is, there's a lot to do on Tatooine specifically, like taking over from Bib Fortuna, who took over for Jabba, there are shoes to fill, definitely, as this new crime lord. And obviously, there are people who are going against Boba Fett here. But yeah, very, very interesting stuff. So we can go ahead and hop into the notes for the discussion. The first thing I wrote down is escaping the Sarlacc. So I am just going to go out on a limb and say that it's the Beskar that kept him alive, you know? Because with everything, like, I feel like they've never really emphasized the Beskar too much in, like, the movies and stuff, but definitely because of how much they do that in The Mandalorian, you know? They really show how powerful Beskar armor really is. So I'm going to think, I want to think that that's what kept him alive, you know, long enough to escape. Which makes sense because it, you know, immediately he looks over and there's a stormtrooper there. Stormtrooper armor is not Beskar armor. So that would, yeah, that's obviously, I think, the difference. So I like that. And then he basically just burrowed his way out with fire, basically. He killed it from the inside using fire and then managed to free himself. But yeah, definitely a difficult thing to do. Now, with the Bacta tank healing, I think they're definitely doing that to try to fix him up a bit, you know, because they're definitely doing that to fix him up a bit. But I like the difference of it, where it's like, yeah, immediately, because we don't know really what Boba Fett looked like when he was in Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. We never saw him without the helmet on, and obviously Tamora Morrison only came in Attack of the Clones to play Jango Fett. But it's interesting, you know, that they kind of like overemphasize, like when he gets his helmet taken off by the Jawas, like he looks like he went through hell. Like we don't know how long he was actually in the Sarlacc pit, you know? Could have been a day, could have been a month for all we know, you know? Because there's also the thing, you know, oh, well, you'll slowly be digested over 1,000 years. And it's like, well, how do you digest something? Like, eventually the body degrades and stuff. So it could actually be possible that the Sarlacc pit almost, like, pseudo keeps you alive or something. Like, I guess we don't know, at least I don't know the full science of a Sarlacc, you know? So, but yeah, it could definitely be that he was in there for a while. And again, the only thing keeping him truly alive was his Beskar, but he still took a lot of damage in that. And then, going through everything after that, you know, with the Tuskens, that probably put a lot of years on him as well. But they're working to fix that up with the Bacta tank, which is interesting. So, and honestly, yeah, with the Bacta tank and the healing that they're doing on him, yeah, honestly, it looks pretty solid, honestly, you know? So yeah, I do really like that. So yeah, he lost his armor because, yeah, immediately I started to remember everything that happened in The Mandalorian, where, yeah, he didn't have his armor for a long time, and eventually it's given to the Marshal, basically. I'm trying to find a nice time to just take a drink, so. Alrighty. So yeah, eventually the armor gets to the Marshal, and then it gets to the Mandalorian, to Din Djarin. So that's pretty interesting. And then after that, so he loses his armor, he loses everything to the Jawas, and then he gets captured by the Tuskens, which is interesting. And interesting stuff with the Tuskens, you know? Very, very interesting stuff with the Tuskens. Basically just being a prisoner. He tried to escape. That didn't end up working. But he definitely tried. I like the fact that even though, yes, he is super weakened right now after everything with the Sarlacc and just going through the desert and everything, he is still formidable. Like, he does still put up a fight, you know? So I do really like that. And then so he has that fight, but he ultimately can't win. And then he had the escape plan and everything. It's interesting, the Rodian, because we don't know the Rodian story. Like, why was he there? I mean, assuming he just got captured by the Tuskens like Boba did. But yeah, it's definitely interesting, having him there, and clearly, he's been there a while and he sees no way of escape, so he just doesn't, he sounds the alarm as well. He gets their attention when Boba's trying to escape. So that's all very interesting. Now we did have that one scene where they're peeking over the hill, and you have these guys like basically, I mean, what seemed like a gang stealing things from just this house basically in the middle of the desert, and they leave this sort of marking, and I'm curious if that's going to lead into something in the present day. If that gang is going to, like, we're going to run into them again. I don't know if that's similar to, I don't think it's, like, I was kind of thinking, like, just with the way that sort of, goes out, I'm curious if maybe, like, that's how their shields are, but I'm not really sure. I don't really think their shield design was like that, but it could be. It could entirely be that. But yeah, I'm curious just because, the Tusken child brings them there, and then it's like, well, why? Why bring us here and then we move on, So that they'll have to bring that back at some point, And then to sort of round out the flashback stuff, which the more I think about it is very Arrow-like. Very Arrow-like, that we're going to have continuing flashbacks that coincide with the present day, although many shows have done that. It's just the Arrow's the first one that comes to mind. But anyway, the other thing is digging. So presumably this is just how they get their water, is they dig for it. They just didn't realize they were digging next to this sand creature, which that creature design was really, really cool. Like, it was so big. I don't know. I don't think it was practical by any means, but I don't know, just like the way it interacted, like with the Rodian and then with Boba Fett, like there's a part of me, it's like there's got to be something, at least like a couple arms were made, at the very least to lift him up. But it was a very fascinating design. I like that. I like, it's just so tall and has 4 arms that it can use for all of this. And then when it needs to, like, sort of go running around, it puts 2 of its arms down and goes, and it still has 2 arms like a centaur basically. That was really, really cool. I really did like that design. Unfortunate that it didn't get a name. At the very least in the subtitles, all it said was sand creature. So I don't know if that's appeared in Star Wars before or not. You guys can let me know in the comments. As you guys probably have guessed from my other Star Wars reactions, I don't have the greatest knowledge of Star Wars. In fact, I'd say it's generous to call my Star Wars knowledge very limited. I've seen the 9 main movies. I've seen Rogue One, Solo, Clone Wars, Rebels, half of Resistance, and obviously The Mandalorian, The Bad Batch, and Star Wars Visions, which I've reacted to all of those on here. But yeah, I haven't. I don't really have the greatest grasp on Star Wars knowledge. I can't just name and remember creatures and stuff like that. But still, I still kind of find that fun though, because then you guys get to sort of interact with these videos if you decide to let me know in the comments, and it's just interesting to learn. So yeah, so I don't really know if this sand creature has been here before, but yeah, but it was really cool. I liked it. Back into the present day, we had everything with the tribute, which was interesting. So yeah, he's got Boba has people, bringing in tribute and everything, and then we had the mayor. Which mayor was that, by the way? I don't remember. At some point, I need to look at my settings as well. Can I get like maybe like this, and then okay. Anyway. Sorry, I was looking at my subtitle settings real quick. They've been kind of small recently. But let me go to the one guy. So we did have the one guy that, neither of them could really understand, and then we had the Trandoshan guy. I think I said that right, which was interesting. And I like how Boba's like, I used to work for that guy, Like, this is weird. And Fennec saying, it's weird for him too, And honestly, I like that, you just walk in, kill Bib Fortuna, and now I have his empire. It's like, oh, okay then. Interesting. Let me look. Okay, so we have, what did he call himself? The mayor's, the major domo of the mayor of Mos Espa, which is interesting. So, the mayor could not be bothered to actually show up or show up with tribute. Like, he thinks that Boba Fett should be giving tribute to him instead, which is interesting. I'll be curious. Because that's the thing, like I said, this whole thing is basically I killed Bib Fortuna and now I run his empire, You have to think that some people aren't going to be okay with that. There's probably people out there on Tatooine that are thinking, well, if Bib Fortuna's gone, I want his empire, or I want part of his empire. We need to do something about this. So this is obviously the mayor of Mos Espa trying to assert his dominance, but that ain't really working with Boba Fett. So so that was interesting. I also like the term they use, daimyo. Is that correct? I think that's how they said it. I'll look that up at least. I mean, basically the guy is saying like, oh well, you're supposed to give me something, and it's like we're not gonna give you something. We're just gonna let you leave, basically. And it's like, oh well, the mayor may not like that. It's like, you showed up with nothing, Like, it's exactly the same sentiment. A daimyo. Okay. So interesting stuff here with Boba Fett being a daimyo, I suppose. And going to meet his, basically Jabba's vassals. That's interesting. Well, first off, he's not, the rich, pompous noble like Jabba was. He's not going around in these being carried around and everything. He's walking on his own 2 feet because he's not that. He's just a guy, basically. And that's an interesting sort of image, especially going to the one woman there at her cantina and stuff, and basically just going there being like, hey, I've taken over for Bib Fortuna. And I just want you to know that nothing's really going to change. You just work for me now, which is interesting. So I like that. And I like how, he also has the 2 Gamorreans who, Fennec says this is a bad idea in order, basically to be like, well, basically to trust them to respect and be loyal to Boba Fett the same way they were for Jabba and for Bib Fortuna. But I like how Boba Fett, he's kind of taking the Gus Fring approach to this of, fear is not necessarily a good motivator. He doesn't want to rule out of fear, but respect. And Fennec brings up a good point of like, well, kind of in a desperate situation, fear is better than respect. But I get it. I get why he's doing this. He's trying to rule differently than Jabba did, and using respect rather than fear can get you some true loyalty. But it's probably also a bit more difficult. So, but I mean, if someone respects you instead of fears you, that means they're less likely to want to betray you. Even if they don't betray you, even if that want to betray you is there, that's not a good thing, So I did like that. And then we had all the S.H.I.E.L.D. guys, which was interesting. Clearly they are people who, don't want Boba Fett to be this new daimyo. But we don't really know too much else about them. Cutaway. So presumably we'll get more of that next episode. I did like how it's like, oh, Fennec, we need them alive, And I like you can immediately see it's like, oh, I've got 2 of them. Just push one off. Let him die. It's like, hey, you only need 1 of them to live, So, which even Boba Fett pretty much did that when he shot a missile at one of them, So, you only need 1 of them. So, I'll be very curious what their deal is, But yeah, for starting out this video where I was like, oh, I'm not really sure what we're going to be doing here, but it totally makes sense what exactly we're going to be doing on this show is Boba Fett trying to deal with, basically this crazy political crime lord, whole system basically on Tatooine. And that's pretty interesting. I'll be very curious to see more of the inner workings of that and stuff. So, I do really like that. Plus, we also have the added bonus of seeing flashbacks with Boba Fett after Episode 6. How he basically got to where he was in The Mandalorian. So yeah. All of that is really, really interesting, and I'm curious to see where we are going next time. So that is basically it. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alrighty guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around to any of those. There's a playlist for all of my Book of Boba Fett reactions, even though this is the first one. There will be more soon in the weeks to come. There's also another playlist of Star Wars of some variety. Maybe it's Mandalorian, maybe it's Bad Batch, maybe it's Star Wars Visions, who knows? There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.